Enjoyed helping clients reach their goals, just really have a fascination with real estate, passionate about what I do. Hi, everyone. This is David, Zackos Realty and Design, broker and owner, and used to be a deputy detective here. And as a result, we really care about our clients. We try to offer them top service. So it's important in this line of work to partner yourself with other like-minded people. And I wanted to do an interview and share a little bit about a roofer that we often recommend. Really high quality of work, and everybody seems to be pleased. So I want to introduce you to Eric, a pro roofing. Eric, do you mind just telling people quickly who you are, and then I'd like to hear about what was your first job?
Sure. My name's Eric Tilo. I'm with Pro Roofing Services. We go by the Pro is like part of our tagline. And with local businesses like yours. But regarding my first job, it was actually cleaning up tile job sites, roofing tile, cleaning up job sites, sweeping up cement, basically janitorial or job site cleanup work. Got my driver's license, would run permits around, and whatever was asked of me. So I did start out in the industry, from day one. There's some space in between then and now, but that's
and that was in the roofing business?
Yes, I worked for my dad's company.
Okay. And so you guys are a family business now?
Correct.
So maybe there's no aha moment, or maybe there was a time that you said, okay, yeah, this is what I want to do. Mm-hmm. I'm sure there was times off and on that, hey, do I do this business with the family, or do I do something else? Was there one moment that...
The aha moment was about 7 years ago when we decided to go into business together, my dad and I, because I had done some other pursuits and I liked what I was doing, some creative things, marketing, things like that. And I was in the automotive space for a long time too, but construction and roofing appealed to me because you can see concrete results and you are helping people at the same time, whether it's beautifying their home, protecting their home. It's relatively black and white. And some of the industries that we're in had some ambiguity, and you're working your butt off, but you're you're not seeing the results, according to who, what was that. So it's, you put the roof on, you do a good job, you deliver on what you promised, and people are happy and pay you to make a good living doing that. So it's a nice business in that regard, because I'm big on integrity and doing what I say I'm going to do. I'm not perfect, but I do the best I can with it. That's a nice thing with just this business, where it's the results kind of speak for yourself. You did the contract and you deliver what you promised, and the rest kind of falls in line from there. Yeah,
that's what I kind of see working with you. Now, since you're both professional, I know you're out there on quoting jobs, out in the jobs, but you're also an entrepreneur, owner. Mm-hmm. What do you see yourself more as?
Right now, that's funny that you asked that. We're in kind of a transitional period. My dad's on the back end, back nine of his career, if you will, and, transitioning more and more into like a leadership entrepreneurial role versus the tactical day-to-day, nuts and bolts. So it's a juggling act sometimes. So we're kind of figuring that out right now.
All right.
So, it's just, you have to wear a lot of different hats all the time, and it can be a fun challenge and a struggle at the same time too, where it's something I'm trying to get better at every day.
Now, you guys, I'm sure, have been growing over the years. Mm-hmm. And is there any one thing you point your finger at and say, this is how we grow our business?
I think when I talk about the integrity, transparency, word spreads that you do a good job. We've been growing a lot in the real estate space with other realtor partners like yourself, where I have like a core group of realtors and brokers that I build trust and relationship with, and then a lot of customer referrals, networking, things like that. We do some TV advertising and marketing and, your typical online things, but I don't want to rely on a lead generation source like, say, a Home Advisor or something like that, where 10 other people are getting that same lead or referral. So I'd rather have something where there's like a little warm bridge there, as it helps make us more successful.
Okay, that makes sense. I'm just curious, do you have an interesting story, maybe, or a funny story in regards to something that happened on the job?
Some stuff you can look back on and laugh that was stressful at the time. We've dealt with older historical homes and pulled out weird, newspapers from World War I or whatever, like in the chimneys and stuff like that. A little, you wish they were a box of gold or something, but, little weird trinkets and artifacts like that. And then sometimes it looks like something is built right, and then you have to deconstruct it or take it apart, and there's soda cans and a hard hat and all sorts of weird stuff. There's a lot of weird buried things in these houses. My dad's got more crazy stories. One he's told about to me 100 times about this. It was in a high-end, country club type community, and the lady had some kind of show dog, and they tarped the pool area, and the dog walked into the tarp thinking it was ground and almost drowned, and they were trying to have to resuscitate the dog in the backyard. It reminded me of that Something About Mary movie where they're, shocking the dog and stuff. I wasn't there. I was a kid at the time, but he tells me that story, and that was an interesting one of some wacky stuff that happens in this business.
I know old buildings, you probably get called to them a lot. So now, obviously, you probably can't do your job by yourself. So do you have staff and employees that help you?
We've got 3 in-house crews, and then, repair specialist, and then some field supervisors. And then my dad's kind of transitioned into more of a inside role of doing, ordering books, things like that. And then I handle the customer facing side of things.
Okay. How many total employees?
We're probably 15.
Okay. Now that you've been doing this for a while and maybe see the struggles, would there be any advice you give your younger self if you would go back 7 years ago and say, Eric, do this?
Sometimes the best jobs are the ones you don't take. We've had a few where, you push hard for it because you think it's a big job, a prestigious job, whatever it may be, challenging job, and you might not be ready for it, you might not be equipped for it, you might not have the capacity, staffing, whatever it is. And take chances, but be mindful of consequences of those chances.
Okay. You have an interesting logo. I think it's a monkey, and I'm just curious where that came from, and if you could tell people what that is and what that.
Sure. It's we have a little jingle when that leaky roof has got to go. Don't monkey around, call the pro, And so what the don't monkey around came from, my idea with that was we've all dealt, whether it's Florida or really nationwide, but for whatever reason, Florida has a weird reputation for contractors, handymen, whoever, no call, no showing, disappearing, that kind of stuff. And so, as a homeowner, consumer, you don't want to have someone monkey around with your time or your money, and I say monkeying around, you could insert other words here, but it's just kind of a catchy way that we're not going to mess around with your time, your money, and your property, so that's what the don't monkey around is. You're picking a professional, and that's what we say the pro, because you're getting certain qualities with working with a professional company like ours.
I was always curious about that.
Yeah.
Let's change gears a little bit, not talk about that, but is there an interesting story about yourself or maybe a hobby or something people don't know about you?
No, I mean, I do a lot of the typical Florida stuff, play a little golf here and there. I really enjoy boating and fishing with my kids and have a good time with my family and friends,
Okay. And I'm sure that's got to be a balance working your own business. Well, tell the people a little bit how they can contact you, or if they had more questions.
Sure. Our number is 941-777-0072 if you're old school and want to pick up the phone. Another easy way to reach us is at our website at proroofingfl.com. We have chat functions and whatnot, and I field 99% of the calls. So a nice thing right now is you'd be dealing with ownership when you contact us.
All right. Well, I appreciate you coming in, sharing that, and thank you for watching, everyone. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out and let us know. We look forward to speaking with you again soon. Take care.